Hey,
Hey, hey,
how are you?
good.
I'm Vedaste Cyizere and I'm working on a project, an academic project,
Yes,
and I just want to ask you some questions.
no problem.
Can we start?
Yes.
So before starting, I assure you that this is confidential, this information, and it will not affect you. So the first question I just want to ask you is, what are the three branch of the government, U.S. government?
Three branches of the US government. I think there is legislative and judicial. I know those two.
Oh, okay, that's great. So, do you know what does each branch do?
Judicially, I think it punishes people who like go against the laws, and legislative, they form laws.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So, my first question is that the Democrats and the Republicans are the major parties. Can you name the third party, a third party?
Is it Green Party? I think it is Green Party.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, my last question is, what is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law?
I think a bill becomes a law when the president has signed on it. Before it is a bill, and then when the president accepts it, that's when it becomes a law.
So, thank you very much for this time. I hope we will meet after.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
hi.
My name is Vedaste Cyizere and I'm working on academic project. So I just want to ask you some questions. Can I? Okay. So I assure you that this information will remain confidential and it will not affect you.
Okay.
Okay. My first question is, what are the three branch of the government, U.S. government?
What I remember is that US government three branches are this executive summary, no, executive, legislative, and judicial.
Oh,
I think I'm
great.
right.
Yeah, you're right. So do you know what does each branch do?
Not really, but I can try. In executive, what they do is that is where like the president, where the president of the US is located, is where they confirm whether the bill is performed, or where the head of all the laws, like the head of the government, signs each and everything to be confirmed. And the legislative is where they just sit together and study certain things
Yeah.
to see if they
And
can
just try
accept
to
it.
summarize a little bit.
And maybe judiciary, I don't remember it well.
So
Yeah.
no problem. So my first question is, Democrats and Republican are the major parties here in the US. So can you name a third party? You know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, that's cool. You will know it later. So my last question is, what is the basic process by which a bill become a law?
I don't know the process.
Oh, that's very good. So I feel
Maybe you
will-
can help me.
Okay, I will help you next time. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Vedaste Cyizere and I'm just going to make the reflection about the interview that I made with two interviewees about the structure of the United States government. So my first question during the interview was, what are the three branches of the government? So almost those interviews were able to respond well this question, where they state that the three branches is executive, legislative and the judiciary branch. According to me, what my understanding is that there are three branches of the government: executive, legislative, and judiciary. So when I say legislative branch, is composed of the House of the Senate, which is total members 100, composed of 2 members per each state, and also the House of Representatives, which is made of 435 members. So according to Turkey, the power of the branch is outlined by the United States Constitution, and its main responsibility is to create the law. It has different powers, including the power to declare war and even power to tax and different powers. The second branch, as I said, is the executive branch. This branch is governed by the President of the United States and is also composed of the Vice President and the members of the Cabinet. Those members of the Cabinet are different secretaries, including the Secretary of the State, Secretary of the Treasury, and what they do is to give advice to the President while taking different decisions. So the third branch is judiciary branch, which in this branch oversees the court system of the U.S. and this is headed by the U.S. Supreme Court. So their main role is to say to rule whether something is constitutional or not, or according to what the president signed or other things that the Congress has decided. So the Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States, and its decision is final. No one can veto those decisions. So the second question in the interview was what does each branch do? What those branches do? What is the connection between those three branches? Uh, my interview was interviewee were not able to cite what each branch do in detail. So according to Naegeri, those three branches are connected like a triangle. They make a triangle, and you can see that the side of a triangle are connected. So where he said that the executive branch is at the top, while the two bottom side there is judiciary and legislative. So to connect, to show connection of those three branches, I can say, for example, legislative branch make law, and then they wait for the government, for the president to sign on it or veto it. So it means that the president, executive branch, come as evaluating what the legislative and even judiciary did. So then the judicial branch come by saying what the president signed or what the president veto on it is constitutional or not. So they are complementary. They are working together. So I can say that when the president veto a law, the Congress has the right to say this is not just, this is not right. And when two-thirds of all of them decide that they have to veto the decision of the president, their decision is totally good. So jumping to the third question, it was saying Democrats and Republicans are the major parties in the United States. Can you name the third party? So one interviewee was able to say example of one third party. So what I understand about the third party here, I can start by describing the history of Democrats and Republicans in the United States. So actually before in 18th century there was two parties, federalist and anti-federalist. So Democrats and Republican, all of them was falling into the anti-federalist party that was saying that American has to follow to be mostly farmers. So before as days go on, they become separate, and then federalist was destroyed, and then they become parties. And where in 1950, Democrats signed the Democrats become convinced that social programs are what is needed for the good economy of the country, while modern Republicans believe that low taxes and less government regulation are key to a good economy, together with a belief in strong military presence. So coming to the impact of the major party, I can say that major party are those parties that have low people, that have lower number of participants. So they have impact on national politics of the country, where, for example, they push the candidate of the major parties in doing what the citizen want. In addition, they play a paramount role in the election, where they take votes from candidates from major parties, and this impact and give value to the election in United States. Going to the last question, which was saying, what is the basic process by which a bill become a law? So only the first interview was able to say that the president is one to make a bill becoming a law, and it was somehow light. And what I can say is that for a bill become a law, the president have to sign on it, as it was said. So normally a bill is created, and then it can be created a member of the legislative branch or the Congress, and then there is a team to work on it, and then when the House of Senate and the House of Representatives accept or approve this bill, they give to the president so that he can sign on it. If he sign on it, that bill become a law. If he vetoed that bill, the Congress can say, we are going to see if this can work. So that's how a bill can become a law. Here you can see the summary of those three branches, how they are connected. You can see that they form like a triangle where on the top there is an executive branch, and so other branches are connected and they support the executive one. So you can also see the process for which a bill become a law, where they start with Congress, the member of the Congress make like give like the ideas, and then there is a committee to work on it. Then the House of Representatives and House of the Senate say, and they vote if it can become a law, and then it's finally approved by the president or veto it. Then if he sign on it, it becomes a law. So this is like a summary of what I have included in the video. Thank you.